Merrill.
Thank you very much, Vicki. You know, quilting is a skill that requires a lot of patience, also a keen eye for color and design. So imagine what it would be like to try to create a quilt without being able to see it. Well, that's what Diane Rose does, and she's called the Amazing Quilter. You can see why. If you'd like to see some of these terrific quilts, we're going to tell you all about them right now and welcome you to Nashville. It's so nice to see you. How are you?
I am wonderful, and thank you so much, and I'm so glad to be here and to see everybody out there that I can't see.
What's the story of your quilting? How did this all get started?
Back in August of '98, I've done since then 620 quilts. And they're all around the world, and a lot of people have them.
I would imagine that most people who are blind would just say, there's no way I could do this. Where do you find that inspiration?
I take a challenge. Anybody give me a challenge, I take a challenge, yes. I was visiting someone and saw it on the back of a couch, and a lady asked me if I knew how to quilt. I said no. She said she'd like to teach me, taught me how to cut the fabric, and I just went from there, and I do several different designs, different things that a lot of different quilts, of which are sitting here. We have a ragged, the little one here that looks like
I love this.
That's a ragged flannel. We have a Western baby. Now all these are for purchase that I do carry with me when I travel.
I love the little Western motif on the back of that one too. That's so cute. You do a lot of religiously themed quilts too. This one is just beautiful.
Yes, with the angel's net. That one's $100. This one I'm working on now is called the Fruit of the Spirit. This will be a $250 when it's done. And I'm hand stitched. This is called applique. You can tack stitch, you can applique, you can do several different kinds of stitching.
Seems like the first challenge would be, how in the world do you thread a needle?
Well, I will do that as you go on to something else. No,
no, I will watch you do this because this is pretty amazing.
Okay. We stick the needle in. These are called needle threaders.
Okay.
I do carry these with me. They sell for $2.
It's a little nifty tool there.
I stick it in the eye of the needle. Get up there. Now, I'm going to let her do this with her eyes closed, y'all.
Okay. Well, I need to move this so we can be sure we can see what you're doing there.
Okay.
That's great. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Needle's in here.
Okay.
Needle threader's in there. Slide the thread over the needle.
Super easy.
Ta-da.
Look at that.
Ta-da. Yes.
I need one of those. That's a nifty tool.
You can hang on to that.
Thank you. And I certainly will. So show us how you quilt.
And you can hold on to that.
I will.
She's my little handyman here.
I'm glad to be able to help.
I always double my thread because it does make it easier of not losing your ends. And that's what I'm about to do.
How long does it take you to make a quilt?
It could be 3 days to a week to a month, depending on how big and how detailed it is. This is not a job that I chose to do. This is what God gave me to do, and I really, really thank Him for the opportunity, the talents, and I try to encourage folks to do something with their lives.
And you don't consider this a disability?
Oh no, not at all. It's not even an not being able to see can be an inconvenience, but if you have just elements with your body, you can make it into a handicap, but I choose not to. You have a reason, you have a purpose in life. God brought you on this earth to do something with your life. And I choose to do something. I have always challenged with different things, and I try to overcome challenges. I try to encourage people to get out and do something. It doesn't matter if Johnny Erickson can sit there and not be able to see and do. I'm sorry, she's paralyzed. She can do paint, and she could do things, so we all can.
Well, yeah, you're doing some amazing things. She sells all kinds of cool things on her website, too, like these beautiful pot holders. She has a cookbook, and this amazing quilt that's behind. This is the only thing that isn't for sale, because this one's just too special, isn't it?
This is my 600th quilt, and this is called the Photo Gallery of the Past Presidents, from George Washington to George Bush. On the top it says, United States of America, one nation under God, and the very bottom says, in God we trust.
Well, it is just beautiful. Diane, what an inspiration you are. Thank you
Oh,
so much
thank
for being
you,
with us today.
You're welcome.
It's been so much fun to meet you. If you'd like to see more of Diane's work or to order one of her quilts, you can go to newschannel5.com. You'll find a link that'll take you to Diane's website, theamazingquilter.com.
And I do speaking engagements in churches, schools, and different organizations around the country.
All
and
right.
again, thank you so much for having me come.
It has been a pleasure to meet you. Thank
God
you
bless
so much.
you.
Oh, you too. All right. Well, up next, she has lost the weight and she's keeping it off with great success. Here, Devin Alexander's